And welcome back, everybody. This is Shmoopy909 and this is Let's Code in C. This episode we're going to be talking about arithmetic operators. Now, what the heck is an arithmetic operator? Well, an arithmetic operator is simply plus, minus, multiply, divide arithmetic operators that you used in algebra or some other class that you might have taken. And since we deal with a lot of numbers in programming, it is useful to know how to add, subtract, divide, multiply them, and we'll go over a couple more operators that you might not even have known about. Alright, so let's go over a simple plus. So say we have an integer, int1 is equal to 5, we have another integer, int2 equal to 7, and we want to add them together. Now, we'll store an int3. Okay. Now to simply add them together, we use the plus sign, which is next to your backspace key on your keyboard. You do a shift and the plus. Okay. Whoops. Let's put int1 plus int2. Okay. So int1 has 5, int2 has 7, int1 plus int2 should give us 12. My new line character, we'll print out int3 and see what happens. There we go, 12. Now, in this example, I use two variable names to add. We do not have to use variable names, we can just use raw ints like this. Okay, that's also perfectly acceptable for addition. 12. Alright, so that's just the basic way to use an arithmetic operator. You just have the number in front, the operator, and then the number. Now you can use arithmetic operators on doubles, ints, floats, any primitive data type that you want. Okay, that's the plus. Let's go over the minus. The minus is just the minus key next to the plus key. 5 minus 7 should give us -2. There we go, -2. Pretty easy, huh? Alright, let's go over the divide. Now, division in programming is a little bit weird, okay? Because it all depends on what data type you have on the left. Now, since we have 5 divided by 7, which would normally give us a decimal value, but look here, we have an int on the left side. Okay, so this will give us a decimal value, either float or double, mostly a double, okay, and stick it into an int. Now this is an implicit cast, okay, because we did not put the int here. We could do it like this, because we know we're doing 5 divided by 7, which is going to yield a decimal number. Okay, and what happens in integers and decimal numbers, remember, is that the decimals just get knocked off. So 5 divided by 7 in integers should give us 0. And there you go, 0. Because it's 0 point, whatever, and then the point whatevers just get knocked off because it's an integer. Remember, that's an implicit cast right there. But let's say we put this into a double, or even a float. It's going to save. We should probably call it something different. Not int3, it's not an integer anymore. Now 5 divided by 7 should give us 0 point something. And since this is a double now, it will actually give us the decimal spaces. Okay. Alrighty, so that's division. And remember, division is very tricky depending on what data type you have. So why don't we go over multiplication. The multiplication is the asterisk symbol, little star, it looks like that. This should get us 35 when we run it. Oops. There we go, 35. And let's go over a little bit of compound arithmetic. Let's say we don't want to do just one operation. We want to do a couple operations like this. Main minus 2 plus 6 times 3, something like this. Now, the computer actually has operator precedence, or if you took algebra, order of operations. Okay, so we know that multiplication goes before addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction have equal precedence, so it'll just go from left to right. So what this will do is say 5 times 7, which will give us 35, 6 times 3 is 18, then we'll do 35 plus 5, which is 40, minus 2, 38, plus 18 should give us 56. Okay. And there it is, 56. And you can put however many operations you want to do on one line. It really doesn't matter, but you have to be very careful because it does not go from left to right. As we just showed, it will not do 5 times 7 plus 5 minus 2 plus 6 times 3. But if you remember from algebra, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That is very useful in programming because it follows exactly that structure. So say we wanted to do 5 times 7 plus 5 minus 2 plus 6 times 3. We could just add in a little parentheses here.